I was born in the Philippines, but I was raised in Saudi Arabia, in the Middle East. I heard a lot of good stuff about studying abroad, here in Canada especially. So I started during the winter term, and I had an awesome experience. So I convinced my younger sister to go here as well. So I processed the visa, the application letter for RDC. It went smoothly.
It didn't really take a lot of convincing because I know how good Canada is and how the quality of life in here. And now that I'm here, I can't believe it. It feels like a dream. Yeah, it's like a dream come true.
Biggest challenges for me, I think it's homesickness. No, being away from your family, being away from your loved ones. But luckily for us, there's a social media now, there's the internet. So they're just one call away.
Whenever I encounter like Filipinos in college, we interact a lot. Like they ask me, hey, where are you from? Oh, I'm from the Philippines too. And we speak in Tagalog a lot, and it feels like home. Honestly, it helps a lot.
When they learn that I'm an international student, everyone's suggesting places to go, what foods to eat, from the students to the staff, the faculty. Everyone's super nice. I love Red Deer. It has a lot of parks and recreational areas, and I love nature, so I think Red Deer is a perfect place for me.
It was my first time experiencing snow. At first, it was really fun. I was so amazed. I took a lot of pictures, but as time goes by, I was like, I can't wait for summer.
After a week, I'm like, no more snow for me, please. For me, learning starts outside the classroom. So I gain knowledge from my prof inside the classroom, and those knowledges I applied on my job inside the campus and on my practicum too. So I think that's very effective for me, and that's what I love about working here in Red Deer College and studying here.
I feel like I've really grown as a person in here, and the people I've met along the way helped me to be like the person I am today. Thinking right now, if I went to the Philippines for college, I wouldn't grow as a person like this, like I am today. Yeah, so I'm really thankful to be here.
I think it's knowing a lot of people from different cultures, from different backgrounds, and working with them, studying with them, being group mates with them. I think that's the best part of studying here as an international student.
Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. Good evening in the Philippines. Kumusta po yung lahat? Once again, today it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday morning.
Friday na.
Yeah, weekend is coming. For dito po sa amin, sa Ontario, it's March break. Wala pong pasok yung mga bata next week. This is the last day of their class.
Oh, wow.
So, nakakahinga din paghatid ng mga bata sa morning. So yun, weather check tayo, bro. Right now here in Ontario, weather is surprisingly it's -2, but we are expecting a snow today.
Oh, for us it's -16, but it's sunny.
Yeah, but next week will be like the high as +16. Yeah,
Wow.
so yeah, feels like spring. Yes. And as you can see today, we did present you the video, which is the Red Deer Polytechnic. They are like one of our closest partner in Alberta, especially
Yep.
Sir Michael or Kuya Mikmik is in Alberta. Medyo malapit lang po sa kanya yung Red Deer Polytechnic. Okay, so we do have a visitor right now. He's not a new. This is his like third. He is now regular for this info session. Without further ado, let me introduce to you Kevin. And hi, Kevin. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, how are you today?
Not too bad. It's a little bit cold, but it's not too bad at all.
Yeah. Are you also
Awesome.
in Red Deer right now, or
Yeah. So I'm currently in Red Deer. Yes.
perfect? Because right now everything's back, seems to be back to normal.
Yeah. So like as of the end of last month, or more most of the beginning of this month, yeah, more give or take, everything's back to normal. Like everyone's back on campus and things like that.
Yeah, they're gonna take up the master requirement here in Ontario, starting March 21st.
Mm,
Hmm.
yeah.
And yeah, I think we're going to that path that everything will be back to normal. And
Yeah.
like I said, we're,
Definitely.
we're very happy that you will give us your time today. I know it's early. Just to inform everyone, it's 6 in the morning in Alberta.
Oh,
So, but
yep,
for you
yep, yep.
guys, we'll be glad that somebody's giving his time to just to inform us, to help us understand how good Red Deer Polytechnic is. Kevin, without further ado, I'm gonna. By the way, guys, Kevin is the recruitment manager for Red Deer Polytechnic. I'm gonna give the floor to you, Kevin, so that you can start your presentation, and after that, we can do some question and answer.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Thank you so much. So let's begin. To talk a little bit about Red Deer Polytechnic.
Okay, I can see your screen now. It's all good.
Perfect. So, like Nick mentioned, my name is Calvin Yu. I am the international recruitment manager at Red Deer Polytechnic. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so that's typically the contact information for our international admissions team, as well as our international recruitment team as well here at Red Deer Polytechnic. So to show you a little bit more Red Deer Polytechnic, as you can see right here, this is a really good picture overview of our campus. So Red Deer Polytechnic, formerly known as Red Deer College, we've been around for over 57 years. We're situated in the city of Red Deer, which is in central Alberta. Our campus itself is over 280 acres of space. As you can see, this is a pretty good bird eye view of the campus with many different new facilities that has been built in the last few years. But however, Red Deer Polytechnic is actually Alberta's newest polytechnic institutions. Like I mentioned before, we were known as Red Deer College before, and we became Red Deer Polytechnic. And what that means is we're still recognized by the Canadian government as a designated learning institutions, and we offer programs that are eligible for post-graduation work permits. So Red Deer Polytechnic has over 7,500 full-time and part-time students. We have over 15 different sports teams competing in 7 different sports across, basketball, volleyball, track and field, soccer, hockey, etc., etc. Fun fact: we're actually in the provincial championship this weekend, actually, for basketball. So we're proud of it. We're in the top 4 team of the province, and we're competing for the gold this weekend. So it's going to be pretty exciting. And same with our volleyball team. So our volleyball team is also quite well known as we win multiple national championships across Canada for many, many years as well. Other things regarding our students demographic. One thing that's really important to know is we have a 92% success rate with our graduates finding full-time career within 6 months of graduation. And that's something that we're really, really proud about because we understand how important it is to find a career after school and how education needs to be practical and need to be able to help you succeed in your area of work that you want to go into. And because of that, we really focus on employability and practical learning. So because of that, as you see, this statistic of 92% of our graduates finding employment really reflect the focus that we have for our students to be very practical and to prepare them for work when they graduate. So the city of Red Deer, like I mentioned, is the 4th largest city in the province of Alberta. We are located directly in the middle between the two major cities, Edmonton and Calgary. We're actually exactly 130 kilometers from both of the two largest city of Alberta. So more information about the Red Deer is, why do students like to go to Red Deer? Why does people live in Red Deer? Well, the number one thing that a lot of people talk about is affordability. It is Red Deer is actually listed as one of the most affordable cities to live in Alberta. And overall, because it's so accessible to larger cities, that a lot of people love to move to Red Deer because it's so easy to get access to Edmonton and Calgary. It's literally an hour drive, and that's it, and you're there. But the best part is you're not really paying the higher, living costs, the higher transportation costs, or even the most important part, the education costs as well. And because where we're located, there's access to both Banff and Jasper National Park, which is two very well-known, international, well-known tourism hotspot. And for students, it's a great place for them to go travel. But at the same time, there's lots of work opportunity in both of those areas in the summertime for international students. And because of that, and because we're in the middle, right between the two national parks, there's more job opportunity for international students as well. Like I said, at the end of the day, our program leads to career. Over 90% of our graduates finds employment within 6 months. Main reasons because majority of our program have a practicum component where students are able to gain valuable Canadian work experience, and they can really use that and apply that once they graduate. Our faculties is not simply experts within their field, but they're also industry expert, which that means is they used to work within that sector, and they have lots of different experience from how to find a career within that sector, to how to prepare for your interview, etc., etc. Our scheduling is very flexible for students, as we understand that students are looking to potentially work while they're studying here at Deer Polytechnic, and we definitely understand and we value that as well. And because of that, we offer flexible scheduling, such as having multiple sections of a class, where you're able to choose, for example, like different days for different time, to fit your busy work schedule, as well as making offer different courses in asynchronous, online, flexible timing class offering. And that also provides students the opportunity to have the flexibility schedule to really work, to really help them throughout the year here at Red Deer Polytechnic. So the Red Deer Polytechnic experience overall, these are several highlights that I want to talk about why students really enjoy their time here. Class sizes are relatively small, ranging from 30 students up to maybe 60, 70 students a class. The best part is you're able to connect with your instructors and your peers quite personally, as well as your instructor really knows you, by your first name basis, and they're really able to support you and help you every step of the way while you're in the course. The campus, as I said, is fantastic. If you have opportunity to come visit, it's a wonderful campus where lots of nature, lots of open space, lots of different new facility open that I can talk a little bit more later in the later slides. And then we have amazing, fantastic student support program. So, for example, we have a dedicated international students team where we support students from the moment that they land at the airport to the moment that they walk across the stage when they graduate. From helping them, from having an international student navigator that's able to help and advise you on your study permit renewal, etc., to having our testing services that's able to help you with learning the new expectations that we have in Canada as a student, specifically when it comes to exams and testings and things like that. And of course, with lots of different academic support services as well, such as our library services, free tutoring. We actually have tutors that's available on campus that students can book, and they don't need to pay the tutor to tutor them in specific subject that they need help with. So again, lots of different student support program available. And then, of course, our housing options. So we have a great housing options where cost is something that where a lot of students are very happy about, is where students can live on campus quite affordably. Students are able to live on campus as low as $500 or $540 a month directly right on campus. We offer multiple different suite style of housing. So, for example, depending on the needs of the students, if they want to live with other students, depending on how many students, 2, 4 students in one house, for example, and they can all get their own bedroom. Or if they're interested in more privacy, they can get these like bachelor suites, studio suites where they get the entire unit to themselves. Having their own bathroom, their own like cooking space, study space, bedroom, etc., etc. At the end of the day, we really have housing for um, you know, multiple different types of students. If you are a student that has family and that's coming over to Red Deer Polytechnic to study, and you have children or a significant other, we also offer family housing where you're able to get an entire house with 2 or 4 bedrooms depending on the size of your family, and for just as low as $900 a month for the entire house for you and your family as well. So again, it is relatively affordable, especially when you compare it to what is out there. The average in the city of Red Deer, even though it is probably one of the most affordable cities to live in, the average is still around $970 a month for a 1-bedroom apartment in Red Deer. Now, we definitely understand, there's definitely, the largest city, me, myself, I'm from Toronto originally, and, of course, Vancouver is beautiful. But there's definitely a huge cost difference if you want to live in, the city of Toronto or Vancouver. This is a really good example of how much of a difference. And I'm sure because of the recent boom in the housing market in Toronto, I'm sure that these costs will go up a bit more even as well. So what we want to tell our students is that Red Deer is a great opportunity to start your life here in Canada. And Red Deer offers lots of different opportunities, especially when it comes to living. And it starts as low as 970, some even lower. But living on campus is even lower than the city average as well. So now I want to jump right into our programs. I just want to remind everyone that all of our program that are at least 8 months in duration does qualify for postgraduate permits.
Kevin?
Yes.
Oh, sorry to interrupt you. I just need to double check everything because I think we lost connection on the live stream. Can you give me like a minute?
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, just want to double check everything.